Assalamu alaikum, my dear beloved students. It's me, Rashidul Haq, your Bangladesh and Global Studies teacher. As you already know that Akis Foundation School and College started to provide online classes for the students. As a part of online classes, today I am going to take your class on chapter 8, lesson 1. Okay, let's start. If we see the title of chapter 8, social and national assets. Okay, it's social and national assets. The title shows that there are two different parts. Number 1, social assets. Number 2, national assets. Here social assets are discussed in lesson 1, while lesson 2 and 3 for national assets. The diagram shows that chapter 8 has 3 lessons. But today we learn about only lesson 1, which reflect social assets. Before discussing about social assets, we must have to learn the definition of assets, the types of assets, etc. Now the question is, what is asset? Assets are what? Assets are the resources to meet our needs of lives. What is assets? Assets are the resources to meet our needs of lives. Now again the question is, how many types of assets? As far we know from our textbook, there are 2 types of assets. Number 1, social assets. Number 2, national assets. From the discussion we learned that not only the definition of assets but also the types of assets. So what is assets? Assets are the resources to meet our needs of lives. Okay, and the types of assets, there are 2 types of assets. Number 1, social assets. Number 2, national assets. Now it's time to know about social assets. By learning the answers of the questions, we are able to know all about social rights. Social assets, we learn about social assets in a different way. What is the way? By questioning myself, by questioning in our mind. So from the text, from the chart, first question arises in our mind that what is social asset? Okay, second question arises that what are the modes of getting social assets? How we get social assets, in how many ways? Okay, number 3, what are the examples of social assets? Say for example, what is the example? Okay, what are the examples of social assets? Next question arises in our mind that why they are called social assets, why the examples of social assets are called social assets, not on why not others. Okay, next question arises in our mind, what is the importance of social assets? As we learn the definition, moods, examples, etc., etc., and what is the importance, what's the importance of this type of social assets? Okay, again question arises in our mind, what is our duty towards social assets? We learn the importance, we learn the examples of social assets, we learn the definition of social assets, we learn the moods of getting it, and then a question arises, what is our duty to save social assets, towards social assets? Okay, let's start. Okay, by knowing the answers, we learn about the questions and we memorize them. Okay, and let's start our study. First question was, what is social assets? What is social assets? From the screen we learn that social assets are nothing but the local facilities we have to mine in our memory that social assets are local facilities. We have to keep an eye on that term, local facilities. So, social assets are local facilities. For what? For ensuring people's well-being. So, what is social asset? Social assets are local facilities. Local facilities for what? For ensuring people's well-being. For ensuring people's well-being. Okay. So, we learn that what is social assets. Social assets are local facilities ensuring people's well-being. Now, next question arises in our mind, how we get this type of facilities, this type of social assets, how we get, how we enjoy. So, here from the scheme we learn that modes of getting the facilities or the social assets. We can get these facilities by two ways. Number one, officially. Number two, unofficially. In these two ways, we get social assets to enjoy. And for that, we have to know about the facilities. Next question is, what are the examples of social assets? What are the examples of social assets? There are 4 examples. How many examples? There are 4 examples. Number 1, school. Number 2 is hospitals. Number 3, religious buildings. Number 4, park and playground. What are the examples? Number 1, schools. Number 2, hospitals. Number 3, religious buildings. Number 4, park and playgrounds. After learning the examples of social assets, the very questions arises in our mind that why they are called social assets. Say for example, why school is a social asset, why hospital is social asset, why religious buildings is social asset, why park and playgrounds is social asset. Now, I try to make clear why schools is called social assets, why hospitals are called social assets, why religious buildings are called social assets, why park and playgrounds are called social assets. Okay, now come to the point, schools. Okay, the first example, the very first example of social assets is schools. So, before that, what is the duty of school? Why now we go to school? To learn, right? Education is a social right. Education is a social right. Schools are the institution to ensure the facility. What? To ensure the facility of getting education. By going to school, every child are able to learn things. Say for example, like you come school so that you can learn and improve yourself, your potentialities. It's the new word, potentialities. Okay, and the very meaning of potentialities is latent qualities, inherent qualities that may be developed and lead to future success or usefulness of life. In this way, as by going to school, every child able to learn things and improve their potentialities of life. In this way, school is a social asset. In this way, that's why schools are included in social assets. Okay. Now, I think it's clear to you why schools are called social asset. Okay. if you don't understand, you may comment in comment box. Okay, then I will try to clear to you if you don't understand. I hope you all understand. Okay, now it's hospitals. Now it's hospitals. Why hospitals are called as social assets? If you remember the definition of social asset, we learn that social assets are the facilities. Social assets are the facilities to social assets are the local facilities ensuring people's well-being. So, we have justified hospitals in that definition why hospitals are included in social assets. What is the facility we get from hospitals? So, that hospitals are social assets. In hospitals, what happens? In hospitals, doctors and nurses help us, both you and me, help us to get treatment. Okay, by getting these facilities, treatment is one kind of facilities. By ensuring the facility of health service, it helps people like us, you, me, and others to lead a better life. Okay, as it ensures people's well-being, so it's a social asset. You have to mind whenever we justify the examples in the light of the definition of social assets, we have to remember in our mind that social assets are nothing but the local facilities for ensuring people's well-being. Okay, so as hospitals ensures people's well-being, so it's a social asset. Okay, I hope it's clear to you all. Now it's come to the point religious buildings. We learn that schools and hospitals are included in social assets because by going to school we learn many things and develop ourselves. Okay, develop our mind, and by going to hospital, by receiving the facilities of treatment, we keep ourselves safe. But why religious buildings are included into social assets? Now, in the light of the definition of social assets, we have to justify it. What is the religious buildings? Religious institution for every religion is different, right? For example, mosques for Muslims. Muslims goes to mosque to observe their religion. Temple for Hindus, pagodas for Buddhists, churches for Christians. Not only these four, there are so many religions in world, and they have different institutions for their religion. Religious buildings. It's called religious buildings. Now, why? Now a question arises in our mind: why all types of religious building included in social assets, right? By ensuring the facility of people's religion for mental peace. For what? For mental peace, religious buildings are turned into social asset, as the religious buildings give us the facility. Which facility? That facility for which is need for our mental peace. That facility which is need for our mental peace. That's why religious buildings are turned into social assets. Now, the last but not the least, why park and playgrounds. Park and the fourth example was parks and playgrounds. Now the question is why parks and playgrounds are included into social asset, right? What happened if we imagine what happened in parks and playgrounds? If we see the picture, there are the children, there are guardians. What they are doing? They are playing, they are playing, they are enjoying their leisure time, they are enjoying their leisure time. You have to mind that not only in town, there are many playgrounds in village also. It gives facility. To what facility? It gives facility for playing sports, right? We who are lived in town, lived in city, we don't have enough space for playing, enough space for playing, enough space for running, enough space for sports, right? That's why parks and playgrounds give us that facility to enjoy, to play sports in the park and playgrounds. The child also enjoy the gardens. The child also enjoy the gardens which is situated near the parks and playgrounds. We see every parks and playgrounds. We see every parks and playgrounds. There are so many gardens. There are so many gardens, right? To enhance the beauty, to enhance the, there are so many gardens in every parks and playgrounds to enhance the beauty, right? So the child also enjoy the gardens. Okay. Now parks and playgrounds are social assets. Why? Why parks and playgrounds, or how parks and playgrounds turned into social assets? As parks and playgrounds ensure the facility of enjoyment and recreation. I repeat, as parks and playgrounds ensure the facility of enjoyment and recreation. That's why parks and playgrounds are called social assets. Okay. Now, the question was, what is the importance of social asset? What is the importance of social asset? What is the importance of social assets, or what is the needs of social assets? We learned that schools, hospitals, religious buildings, parks and playgrounds are social assets. But what's the importance, what's the needs of this type of social assets? All these social assets improve the status. I repeat, improve the status, improve the status of social status. So, as these social assets improve the status of our social status, so it's very much need, it very much important to improve our status. Okay. The question, last question was, what is our duty towards social assets? What is our duty? What is citizens' duty toward social assets? We, both you and me and others, the citizens, need to look after all these institutions. Which institutions? The social assets. Say for example, schools, playgrounds, hospitals, etc. Why? To save the social assets. We, the citizens, need to look after all these institutions to save the social assets. Okay. Now, if we summary of today's learning, it give us a diagram. Here very first we learn what is assets, what is assets. Then we learn how many types of assets. Then our main term which includes lesson 1, social assets, right. In social assets, in lesson 1 we learn the definition of social assets, modes of getting the social assets, and the examples of social assets, and why the examples are included in social assets. Next, we learn the needs or the importance of social assets, and then the duty, our duty towards social assets. Okay. So, these are the summarized version, these are the important topics, important discussion relating to social assets. So, no more today, it is all about today's class. See you in next class. Okay. Till then, be safe. Thank you all.